Welcome on in, everyone, to yet another little vlog of mine. This is going to be a little bit different. I know usually I have some different audio. I've been trying to do a little bit better on the VODs, but I just have not, or the vlogs, I should say. This one, though, is going to be over the NECC Nationals that took place for 2026. I got invited back, which was awesome, this time covering a little bit larger capacity. I wanted to do a full vlog with a lot of behind-the-scenes videos and everything, but unfortunately, I didn't have a whole lot of time. This time around, I actually ended up casting a lot, so it was about 4 days, which was a lot of fun. Started out with the normal 9.5 hour drive. Started out this time at about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. I lied, I think it was about 4, but drove through the night. It was pretty calm driving all the way through, so not too bad, if you will. Ended up getting there at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Ended up getting into the Airbnb a little bit faster, but this day was all about just getting everyone in. I think we had people flying in from a few different areas, a lot of people that I have worked with and a lot of people that I haven't worked with in a while. You'll see some of them coming up here shortly, but it was a lot of fun just getting to, again, go to a LAN. I don't get to do those as often, at least travel for as much as I wish, just because the current landscape of things. But it was a lot of fun, and I never turned down a chance to go for a pretty long drive. 9.5 hours is no joke. But when I got in, I was one of the first to arrive, so as people slowly filtered in, I just kind of hung out with mostly a lot of just the prod and staff members. We had a pretty large crew. We had Crystal, as well as just all the media staff, and then of course all the others. And then started out on the day one with a little bit of silliness. We had Bear Light, as well as Tiny Shiny, some of the other casters, and some of the other tech members, which was really fun. And our opening meeting, it was pretty straightforward, just as usual, but the nice thing is we had a little bit of a mini stage. So this time around we were running about 3 different broadcast setups, and I think we had it last time as well, but this time we weren't really on a stage. We kind of tucked ourselves into a corner, which was honestly, I think, a little bit nicer. We had a good view of the entire stage background, which was pretty dang cool. I got to bring my own equipment, which was nice, but I also got to help out with some of the interviews, which were really cool. I got to interview most of the teams, as well as get a little bit of information dialed on in. I took some time to research and learn about all the teams, and also prep for our first day. I had 4 days, which the normal event had 3, but for the NECC, we had a few extra matches that we had to take care of. I got to cast Fisher versus SFU, which was a lot of fun. I got to cast with Chibi, who Chibi is covered, I believe, Marvel Rivals and League, which was really dope. And also stepped in with a couple of broadcasts. The man is a champ for doing it. But that was day number 1. Pretty easy. It was only one series. I mostly set up. Day 2 is where things got a little bit crazy. We ended up sitting down with Rally Cry, the rest of the crew, and just getting everything prepped. It was a pretty large group of us as we prepped for the big event. But I started out my day casting Counter-Strike with Llama, who, by the way, huge goat. Llama, if you don't know, is one of the casters I worked with for ages, which is also something that was a little bit different this time. We ended up having a lot of variety casters out, which meant a lot of the guys that I usually work with across the collegiate and scholastic scene that cover, 5 to 6 different titles, we all got brought out because we could cover a lot of these. Some people got upset at us, and a bunch of people get upset about variety casters, but I think we're very vital. But it ended up being quite good. I ended up having to run around to a few different stages. That was the NECC stream. There was also what's known as the 5v5 stage, I believe, and then the main stage where Rally Cry was currently hosted. On day 1, it was Marvel Rivals for quite a bit, so Shivy and Vaudable were on the broadcast. I was tucked down a little bit lower, so we were in the 5v5, which was behind the main stage, which is pretty dope still. Got to see a lot of the people, but I covered quite a few different games there. For day 3, I believe, or primary day 3, it was more of the same, just more casting, but one of the notable things that was kind of cool during the event, we actually had the mayor as well as the, I think, head of the Boeing Center here at Techport. They actually came out, talked to us a little bit, chatted about things, so it was really cool. Overall, though, I was busy just running around. I ended up just casting a bunch. I think on each day I was covering at least 8 hours. Covered everything from League of Legends all the way to Apex Legends to so much more. And as much as I wish I could show it all, it was a lot. I ended up losing my voice pretty dang quickly, but I loved it, and getting to just have a little bit of fun across all 3 stages was a treat in itself, and getting to work with everyone. And it's something that I'll always love about being a caster and being someone that I guess being relied upon is really, really cool. And that was the regular time, just running around stage to stage. Not much has changed for me. Hopefully I do better on the vlog side, but you can see Shibby and Audible on the back. Overall though, it was pretty simple, nothing too crazy, and for me it's still getting to meet with a lot of people that you only get to chat with for hours, right? Like, you're working with these people for years and months, reverse that, but getting to meet them in person and actually getting to work with them and seeing their faces, these people that you've worked and really come to know over the years, is probably the biggest treat, and NECC has been my biggest home for that. Since I've worked with them since 2020, I think 2021, they've been a huge staple of a lot of my esports casting. I covered League of Legends, Valorant, and so many different titles for them, which has been awesome. But, it's also about getting to meet a lot of the friends that I made along the way. A lot of old friends, like Time to Light, who was always awesome, who was on prod. Also making some new friends. I got to meet Lemon Kiwi, who was a stage host this time around. So that was a lot of fun as well. And just getting to take pictures with everyone and getting to meet up with everyone as well is always such a treat, because I don't get to do it very often. I don't think you get to meet a lot of the people that you see online and everything like that. But it's also getting to get together. You always have the crew dinners with all of us, and so I got to see everyone that normally you don't see in front. A lot of the prod crew, we had reached at, I think it was Tiny Shiny in there, we had Bearlight, we had Zobi, we had Adam, of course, and THZ, who I believe was his first LAN coming out, which is crazy to think about. He was on the prod team, and it's just the wonderful prod guys. Like, everyone on the prod side is always really, really good. I also got to give love to Bearlight and Llama. The only fourth of what I call the variety casters is Hail Monkey Man, who wasn't there. I actually worked with him the next week afterwards, but again, getting to meet everyone and really just hang out and interact. One of the people that I really did get to interact with, which was a little bit different, was on the far left of that picture was Kylie, and then a little bit down the road was Daniel, 2 of the social media guys, which was a treat and a half, just getting to meet everyone and learning about them and chatting with them late nights. I can only put so many people. I only had so many pictures, and I'm very bad at editing, so I apologize if I left anyone out. But I think everyone is very special to me. And, the crew that you get to work with, the crew, the people, and everyone that comes out to these events, it's awesome, and I love it. I wouldn't trade a lot of these people for anything. I say a lot of people, but I mean everyone. I mean, it takes a family to kind of put everything together. So I love it, and I hope I get to keep doing it for a very long time. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this vlog, and I hope to see you next time.